Today, I want to tell you a story about when I went backpacking in Asia for a month. My journey started in Vietnam. I was really excited to explore the country and all of its cultural offerings. I had sort of set in my mind that I wanted to purchase some type of instrument, not really sure what. A couple days into that trip, went to a music store, and I decided to purchase a mandolin. I bought the mandolin thinking, hey, this is a really small and convenient instrument to carry around and let's see what I can do with it. So as I traveled throughout Vietnam, I had the mandolin on my back, trying to convince people to jam with me on the street or interact musically in some sort of way. Unfortunately, I didn't have much luck, other than one instance in Hanoi where I played for a group of school children on the street. Despite not having great success initially, I did have the time to sort of get to know the instrument a bit better. And eventually, I figured out a way of applying my framework that I use for guitar onto mandolin. And this was a game changer for me. I don't think I ever would have had these revelations if I didn't force myself to figure it out while on this trip. Although I experienced some really interesting music in Vietnam as a listener, I didn't really get the chance to jam out with someone as I was really hoping for. That all changed once I got to Thailand. I continued to carry around the mandolin on my back, hoping to run into some people. So one day I'm walking through this small village, and there's a guitarist in front of a restaurant jamming on some Willie Nelson tunes. I showed him my mandolin, and he was really interested in it, and so we proceeded to jam together for a little bit. This is when I received a tip from one of the bystanders in the crowd, who told me to go check out a bar later in the week where there often were open jams, and I would potentially have an opportunity to play on stage. So the night comes, and with my mandolin in tow, I go to this bar, and I didn't see a whole lot of action at first, but I thought, hey, I'm here, let's stick around and see what happens. After being there for a little bit, I see a guy and I approach him with my mandolin and I asked him about jamming. I pulled the mandolin out of its bag and I played a little riff, and people were so interested and so confused about it. I wasn't really expecting the reaction. That night, I went on to play for about 3 to 4 hours on stage. It was really amazing. I was sharing the stage with a bunch of musicians who didn't even share the same language as me. At the end of all of it, for the first time, I tried to talk to my fellow musicians. Again, most of them didn't speak English, but I got lots of hugs and high fives and a genuine sense of belonging and friendship. And keep in mind, this is all on an instrument that I was not seasoned in. I just used my confidence as a musician and some tools of music theory to apply it to the mandolin and execute. I'm not saying every note was perfect, but it was putting myself in this uncomfortable situation where I was able to break through on that instrument. And now I consider myself a mandolin player. For me, this ended up being one of the most profound musical experiences in my life. It goes to show you how far some confidence and a little bit of knowledge can take you.